for the serious gamer.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Guns for Hire here from NextGenTactics. We got another episode of the Gun Shop. Actually, you know what? I wasn't really gonna do this one because it's kind of not like super old news, but it's already been done and there's already been people talking about it. It's in the news. But you know what? I felt it was kind of important as myself to get this message, or at least give it my point of view, my side of the things out to my fans and everything like that, and talk about this because it's kind of a bigger thing and it kind of annoyed me quite a bit. And I was like, you know what, should I do it? But you know what, I don't care. I don't care how many even people view this. If any of you guys, if you get to it and any of my fans actually watch this, then I'm actually happy. I'm happy and that's it. I don't care. I don't care if there's like 20 of you guys that watch this. I don't give a crap. But I got to get this off my chest. Now, for those of you, obviously you know by the title what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Medal of Honor actually being banned in the UK, well, you know, Canada, and Denmark, and probably a bunch of other places as well. And basically, in the UK, the Secretary of Defense, Dr. Liam Fox, yes, I know he has his PhD, blah, blah, blah. He's not a medical doctor, he just has his PhD, so that's what you call him. So you can kiss his ass and he's super powerful. Anyway, so he is appalled because in the Medal of Honor game, just as true to any shooter game, one side plays the good guys, one side plays the bad guys. That's war, that's reality. There's good versus evil, you know, good versus bad, whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's always there, it's always existed and always will. Whether it's subjective or not. You know what I mean? And by subjective, I mean, you know, it's a perception. You say that this opposing army is bad, yet the children and the mothers of the fathers fighting in that other army, the enemy, are seeing us as the enemy. That's what I mean by subjective. So it really is that, but I mean, clearly in history there are always lines where there are really bad people in this world. And, you know, whatever. That aside. So these individuals, including our own in Canada, those of you who don't know, I know, oh, you're Canadian, I didn't know that, unsub. Go ahead and unsub, you ignorant piece of crap. Anyway, it doesn't matter where I am, you know what I mean? I got much love for everybody watching this, all my fans. I don't care where you are. I don't care where you live, I don't care what color you are, whether you're girl, boy, dog. If you're a friggin' dog, that's awesome, right into me. Anyway, you know, Peter MacKay, our defense minister, is like, oh, I'm appalled, and oh, this is atrocious, and you should never do that. And then all of a sudden, there's another, what is it, the Denmark. In Denmark, the defense secretary there too, I have faith, she says, oh, I have faith that our government will do the right thing. You know, screw you people. They're saying this because they don't think it's right that in this game, with a war that's going on right now in Afghanistan, that children are allowed to play as the enemy and shoot the Allied forces. Number one, this is a game, right? This isn't reality, and all the kids playing it know it's a game. It's only dipwad and stupid, corrupt, greedy, ultra-motive politicians like yourself that friggin' make it into something that it's not. You do it for publicity, you do it because you want to protect all those people that are up in arms. You're like, oh no, I got your back. As long as you vote for me. As long as you keep me in. And public image and everything like that. You know what? We the gamers know it's a game. We all know it's a game. And if you don't know it's a game, then you're a retard. I mean, for God's sakes. You're playing as that. But this is what pisses me off. He's like, this is appalling. So this guy stands up and is saying, oh, this is disgusting, you should not be allowed to do that. Where were you? Where were all these politicians when World at War came out? Another thing that, what is it, Call of Duty World at War, when Treyarch put that out, when you played as the Nazis, or any friggin' shooter game that portrayed World War II. You talk about Taliban and the Afghanistan conflict that's going on, and yet you had nothing to say when they portrayed Nazis. Nazis friggin' massacred and obliterated and put them in gas chambers and friggin' starved and beaten and raped millions of Jewish people, and friggin' not just Jewish people, but people all over the world. They were friggin', that was one of the worst wars in the world, and where were you? well, you know what, it wasn't your turn in office yet, and you didn't have any public image on the line, so you stayed quiet until this came up, and then all of a sudden you're going to whine about it. And you know what, it pisses me off. It pisses me off that it seems like this is your time to shine, so let's use something current and look like you're getting a certain group of people's backs, like the mothers and everything. Oh, I don't want my Johnny playing it. I understand that. You don't want your kid playing a game. You know what? Your kid shouldn't be playing it. It's rated 18 anyway. At the age of 18, you have the right to choose whatever you want to play. And at 18, you should have friggin' the senses that this is just a game and not a real life conflict. Alright? So all these people, these politicians saying, oh, we gotta ban this game. You know what? You're a friggin' hypocrite, and you're friggin' all you're doing is trying to get, like, votes. I don't even know if it's votes. It doesn't really matter. It's all about public image and look, I'm trying to defend people's rights and everything. I'm defending the soldier. It's like it's your duty. You know what? Screw you. And to those of you, and this is why I said this in the beginning, to those of you in the beginning saying, oh, you don't understand, this is wrong, you're disrespecting the soldiers and blah, 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 in Afghanistan that are dying right now. Okay, here's the reality. In about 1,000 years from now, these wars will mean nothing. They're just going to be another war. Just like the reason why he ignores World War II or any other game that sort of looked at, you know, previous conflicts. Any game, any video game out there that sort of portrayed those conflicts. Because they're so far away out of our memories, they're not important. But because it's now, we feel the sting. But there's, you know, somebody's got to play the bad guy. It's just a game. We're not saying, oh, well, it's kind of funny to play it. I don't really care. We know that. We're not stupid. We as gamers, we as a population of boys and girls, men and women that are playing these games, you know, we're not dumb. You're treating us like we're stupid, like we're going to be confused by all this. And if you're the parents buying these games for these kids, and you're the ones concerned saying, oh, blah, 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 well, you shouldn't be buying the goddamn game for your little Johnny anyway. So you ought to smarten up. And anyway, so for those of you that are saying, like, you know, this Afghanistan war, while, you know what, while it may be a bad decision, good decision, I don't know. Okay, I have my opinions on that. You have your opinions on that as well, I'm sure. Whether or not you think it's a smart war or whatever. But here's the thing, and before you guys start, you know, any of you guys that are watching this saying, well, you know, screw you guns, you don't understand. I agree with them that it's a huge conflict out in Afghanistan and they shouldn't be doing this so soon. You know what? I have more reason to support soldiers than probably most of you, statistically, because most of you are really young watching this. I served time in the military. I volunteered. While I never saw conflict, that's true. But at the time when I volunteered, who knows what would have happened? I didn't know if I was going to go to war or anything. I knew that there was a possibility that I could have been on front lines. I knew there was a possibility that I would have to put a friggin' rifle in my hand and go and fight for your freedom. When I signed up because I wanted to be one of those people that, you know, had the ideal that, you know, there's something out there. I want to do something for people's rights, for everyone to enjoy the life that you have right now. So don't, for those of you that are thinking that I'm not supporting those soldiers over there, that's bullcrap. I don't care where you are or where you're from, whether you lost family or anything like that, I support you. I don't necessarily support the war, but I support the soldiers. I support men and women that are willing to put their lives on the line to protect the freedoms of everything that you enjoy. Your freedom to play these video games, your freedom of your right of speech, just like these piece of crap politicians, their rights to protest all of this stuff here. You know what I mean? I support the soldiers that have put their lives on the line, and those soldiers were actually previous to them, and these are the same soldiers that they didn't give a crap about when those games came out. Did they speak up and say, I'm appalled that you want to be a Nazi? No, they didn't care, but this is their term now, and so they're going to fight. And actually, I don't know if you can actually see it. See this? 9670 Alpha. So any of you boys out there that know, not a big deal. This is my basic training shirt. This is a shirt I wore when I was in the forces from 96 to 99. I was an actual aircraft mechanic and aviation system tech, and I worked on the, what you as in America know as the AC-130. Here in Canada we call it the CC-130, and I think in the UK as well. So you know what? I understand that, and my grandfather also actually fought in the war. So don't tell me, any of you guys that are going out there saying, oh, well, you know what, you don't understand, this is atrocious or anything like that. I know more so than most of you people, so don't friggin' start criticizing me on that. Please don't. I support you. If you have people over there, if you've lost people there, believe me, I feel for you. I really and honestly do. But this political battle with these politicians fighting everything, you need to ignore that crap. Don't get swept up in all this bull crap. These are these politicians. I don't care if they're the Secretary of Defense. All they're doing is vying for the public eye. That's it. This is a game. We know it's a game. All of you guys know it's a game. That's it. That's the bottom line. It's a game. Who cares? Let us play it. Someone's got to play the bad guy. Someone's got to play the good guy. This is irrelevant. I'm actually more excited to play it because this is something more in our term. You should be more excited to play this game. Not because it would be fun to kill the Allied forces, but because it's a conflict in an area that's going on right now. It's more relevant. It's a war that's actually happening. Not something that happened long ago, but something happening right now. And you know what? I'm excited to play the game. Not so that I can be like, oh, that's really fun. I get to kill Allied forces. I just like the idea that it's something that's actually current. And it's not something that's been like done long ago that we're forgotten. Because I'm telling you right now, in hundreds of years from now, this conflict, this war in Afghanistan, not to, you know, disrespect anyone that has lost a loved one or been injured or anything like that, or is going off to that war right now, not to disrespect any of you, but it's going to be forgotten. And then the politicians will rant and rave about this and that, and they'll find something because of the most current thing, and this one will be forgotten, and Dr. Liam Fox will be just another piece of garbage that mentioned it and tried to get some points. You know what? Screw that crap. This conflict is garbage. This ban is atrocious, and as a gamer you should stand up and speak out about this and say, and tell them, just say, you know what, I'm a gamer, I'm 15, I'm 18, I'm 22, I'm 30, whatever age you are that you play this, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's a game. I know it's a game and it doesn't really matter. You know what? It's not like you support a war. It's not like you're supporting them. It's just a frickin' game, people. And that's it. I'm Guns for Hire. I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry if I got a little ranty, a little ravey, and everything like that, but it's something I feel very strong about, and I just hate to see politicians in this world bastardize it and make it something that it's not, man. They piss on us as gamers, and it seems ingenuine, not ingenuine, I don't know, you know, it's not genuine. They're not being genuine with you when they protest that. So ignore those stupid politicians. Play your game, don't worry about it. It's not disrespectful by any means. You're not disrespecting them. Support them, do whatever you want. Hate the war, don't hate the war, support the soldiers. This isn't about disrespecting anyone at all. So screw those politicians. I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Those are my opinions. Peace.